Somebody
I can't believe I said rogue.
I was like, you gotta make, I'm gonna get you that crashing sound.
Hey friends, welcome back to the channel.
Welcome back.
It's been a long time since we sit down and video tea tasting.
Together, especially.
I know.
Right? Back together again at last.
Doesn't that sound lame?
Yeah, it's lame that we were away for so long, but now we're back.
Anyway, we might be nervous, so... Okay.
She won't be nervous. I might be a little bit nervous. Thank you.
So today we're gonna taste a new tea to our website. It's not a new tea to us. It's 肉桂. Huh? No,
Close.
Shui Xian.
She's close. She's close. It is a rock tea, and it is my favorite tea, and it is Shui Xian. It is not Rogue. Stay tuned for our next video. We'll try to bring Rogue in for that. For those of you who feel like we were teasing and a little bit upset about our decision to go with Shui Xian, Rogue will be coming up, but today is Shui Xian.
Let me put the kettle up. Shall I start brewing?
Yeah, I'm super thirsty and super excited. Maybe while you get the teaware warmed up, I can tell a little story about one of the reasons Shui Xian is in the domain of my favorite teas. So, even before our China trips, this was one of my favorite teas. It's just a really great tea, full flavored, but a little special something.
I'm telling you, when he's nervous, he's gonna talk a lot.
Oh, I won't talk too much.
No, I think you were
Anyway.
a little bit nervous, so you were like, "Oh, she's brewing. Let me talk."
Oh,
No.
okay. Anyway, I'll fast forward then.
No, you can talk.
Check out a video. We went to a Shui Xian grove of really old, like pretty ancient Shui Xian trees, over 100-year trees, bushes. But the canopy, the jungle, everything was amazing. And that tea, me and your mom got a major tingle on our spine from the tea. It was amazing. It was...
What about me? Did I get a tingle?
You didn't.
I didn't?
It's okay.
Okay.
And that's, like, it's good for people to know, like, don't sweat it.
so
Everybody
lovely.
reacts differently. But
This
yeah.
is really chocolatey. I know I say chocolate a lot when I describe ZhenTea. I don't know. If you ask me, I would say this is like a good Shui Xian aroma. That is gentle but a very lovely dark chocolate.
Yep, dark chocolate, roasty, hints of the mineral.
It has that dark chocolate tartness that I like. Okay? I was gonna say that, you know, when you brew ZhenTea, be sure to put a good amount of leaf. However, I'm a little bit cheap today. I like the whole guy one with the ZhenTea, like fully filled. Wanna smell this?
Yes, please.
I found that a big leaf amount with fast infusion worked really the best with the ZhenTea.
The dark chocolate is kind of subdued now that it's the leaf is moistened, and it's mostly that tartness now coming up for me. Still hints of mineral too. I'm a little bit excited. Nice deep orange.
Oh, really different the liquor smell.
I'm getting a little more of the watery sort of Tongwei aroma from the
I was
nose.
gonna say like a boiling water smell.
Yeah.
Do you know like a cold water doesn't have this smell, but if you smell boiling water, it has that.
Needs a minute to cool.
Needs a minute to think about how to describe it. It really transformed to a more gentler. Like when I smell this, I feel like it's a very not strong tea. I don't like to
Bold.
use the word strong. Yeah, bold kind of a. But this one is bold, flavorful, and calming at the same time. It has that gentle, the Shui Xian style gentleness. Does that make any sense?
Yes, it does.
And I love because it's really hot. I didn't have big sip, just really tiny slurp and sips, and I like how it. Even with small sips, I'm talking like this, and it's just in my mouth the whole time. And actually, quite creamy feeling. It has that creamy, lingering feeling.
When you say it's in your mouth, you can breathe
It's
over
there.
it. The aroma is filling the whole nose, and and it is elusive in the sense that it does have that gentle boldness, that calm strength, confident strength.
Very hard to describe.
It has the typical. It has. I don't want to say typical, but it has the things you're going to look for in a yancha. It has mineral, but it has a lovely floral undertone. But I want to be clear. It's not, booming floral. It's a
not
rock tea.
over because sometimes this is how I look at it. When it's too floral, sometimes it has that cheerful kind of overall feeling. This one is not. It's more to the calming side with the floral like decoration that make this tea less masculine, less dry or mineral kind of
More
thing.
balanced almost. Like,
Yes. I actually really like this tea. Did I mumble? I mean, I actually really like this tea. Hey, the leaf amount is not bad. It worked out pretty well. I tried to once the leaf in the guy one, I realized I didn't grab enough leaf. I just feel slightly less water to balance it up.
relatively dry as well, in the sense that it's again balanced, but to the dry side. Certainly not booming sweetness. More that, again, that dark chocolatey tartness manifested in the liquor.
Really creamy finish. Like the whole initial hit, I wouldn't imagine something would turn into a creamy, that kind of a note. It has, like you said, a little bit more dry, dark chocolate, gentle. It's not smoky, gentle tobacco-y, very gentle mineral tobacco-y. Not overly, but once it to the mid-tone, you call that mid-tone? Like once the initial flavor kind of calms, so the mid-tone is more, start to have a lot of a creaminess for me. And the whole body shows up. Right? It's really like a thick and luscious,
Smooth,
and
creamy.
once you swallow it, it's there lingering for a long time.
And the creamy is almost bridging that flavor mouthfeel domain. It actually has some creamy mouthfeel too, that thickness, silkiness.
Definitely.
And that's almost like bridging.
Smell this. This one starts to have that lovely floral that is hidden underneath previously, right? It's more wouldn't say dominant, but it's more present, and to have the very lovely interaction with the
Certainly
the mineral
vid.
and the dark, the chocolatiness of that. Ooh, this is really good. I'm so dry. This is the first official tea of the day, so I'm very excited. You might not tell, because I just wake up from my nap.
Confession. some burnt sugar in the bottom of the cup, the bottom of the empty cup.
I have to say so far this tea, when you smell the liquor, it's very gentle on the nose. It's not those tea that you have a smell and it's just everything is there. But once you take a sip, it's like boom, the explosion.
It all ties together.
That's our style of tea. We like that kind of tea. I don't like tea that is, you smell that it is everything. You taste it, it's a thing like water. There's nothing in the liquor. That's not what we like. So I'm pretty happy.
Yeah, this one more kind of saves everything for the liquor. Little bit of hints in the leaf, little bit of hint in the liquor aroma.
Yes, but once you taste it, it's like, so good.
The liquor aroma is a little bit stronger on this infusion. A little bit.
A little bit.
Still that
very gentle.
And the tartness is becoming refreshing. It's giving me making my mouth water a little bit now.
Is it more tart than the first
Slightly.
one?
I wouldn't say a lot,
Okay.
but slightly.
I didn't sense much. I feel like the dry leaf gave me more of that, but once I taste it, it's much nicer. And you notice the liquor color is also like just deep amber orange. It's not those really red kind of thing. It's really, I love the roasting. I think it did a great job. And you might notice, at ZhenTea, we're not in a rush to have rock tea right in August or September to rush it out. I really like a well-processed, well-roasted tea. And this is the time when everything settles in. When you get the tea roasted well and let it have time to breathe and calm down. And that's how you get this kind of a rich flavor all in the liquor. Like when you take a sip, it's all in your mouth. It's very important. So yeah, you never see we have rock teas or other like
Same year in
or
August.
those, yeah, like September or October, I gotta have my rock tea out. I'm not in a hurry. Oh, this is so good. What?
The bottom cup is it still has the sweetness, but a little bit of stinky flowers, kind of, a little bit.
And they always have that, right?
Yeah.
Right?
The first one was really just like buttery, burnt butter, brown sugar.
Really pollen-y.
Yes, this
like
is
a
more
lot
like
of those,
pollen-y with still this sugary.
Smell of those stinky flower pollen. Oh, are you still dry?
I could use some more tea, but I'm no longer.
This is a tobacco that coming out. Different, right?
You're right. Yeah, that was much different than earlier. There was a more strong floral. Now it's that like a wet tobacco leaf kind of aroma.
I gotta cut it out. You're causing me work. Will you remember this?
Oh, the notes?
Yeah.
I'll take some blitz notes after.
I'm doing pretty good. It's pretty consistent.
There we go. Cha qi,
Cha qi.
not cha pi.
The danger of a new language learner. I'm hot. I thought this room is cold, so I dress a lot, and now I'm like, oh.
Me too.
So
The tea is warm though.
yeah, you're sweaty, I'm sweaty. So comfy. After this, we got a shovel. But different.
Tobacco-y.
More tobacco-y.
Yeah, the tobacco's starting to shine through. I almost said I almost said it has a little bit of a pot flavor, but it's not quite there. It's still more tobacco leaf, like a cigar tobacco though, just to be clear. Not the sweet pipe tobacco, like a real sturdy cigar tobacco with that little...
You know, I was as you were thinking that, I was thinking certain notes on its own is not pleasant for me. It's like when I hear tobacco, I'm like, because I start to associate that with a little bit of ashy. Sometimes, you know, the tobacco that you smell that is actually very sweet and has pleasant, and this one is not. It's a little bit to the ashy side. However, though, because it's not on its own, I found the opposite side, the heavier note of the creaminess is still there to balance it out. So I don't feel like I'm drinking ash water. It has that balance note there that I was like, it's not to what I don't like side.
Yeah,
Does that make sense?
I think so. For me, the wateriness was combining with the tobacco to make it more like a wet, almost like this is going to be gross, but a wet cigar, like that sort of aroma and flavor. So not so ashy, but still like the unburned tobacco leaf. But I like your description too. That makes
Yeah, for
sense.
me, the creaminess is there. It's slightly less than previously, but it's there to balance out the tobacco-iness. Tobacco-iness.
Yeah, tobacco-iness.
Is that English?
It is now. It's a living language, folks.
It has it has that dry mineral notes there, so that's why I was like really like that creaminess to balance it out. Otherwise, it would be too dry for my liking.
And the lingering is
I
lovely.
love the lingering.
If
It's
you-
so important for me. Like I don't like watery tea at all. Like I bought some tea that is like smells good. Dry leaf smells good. When I brew the tea, I have a sip. It's like no, it's just
In and
nothing.
out. Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like a flavored water. What's the importance? Why am I having tea? Why am I not having a flavored water? Because I need something in it that is complicated, lingering, and texture. It's really chachi.
About the
I'm trying to make excuses for my burp.
I'm trying to think about what I was going to say.
Oh,
about
sorry.
your point. No, that's okay. About the lingering. Yes, this was something that Zhen taught me, but to just swallow the sip. We're obviously talking quite a bit because we're trying to explain
still
the
have
tea.
that.
You still have it, but it's really nice if you can keep your mouth closed and just breathe over several breaths after you swallow. There should be something there. There should be some strong reminders of the tea, and some other notes might come through. And this tea is bringing that in a really lovely way.
Ayo, this is like if you just one tiny sip and sit here and just breathe over it. This is a heavy creamy for me. This creaminess is still there,
Yeah.
and that's why I don't mind the gentle ash, tobacco ash, mineral, that kind of flavor. Oh, so nice. Welcome back. For the second half, we decided to present you with our t-shirt.
Matching. Ish. Like, not identical, but same theme.
I think we're a little bit like doughy.
Wow, really consistent brewing. Nice. And the liquor's really clear too, really brilliant. And the liquor aroma is really consistent too.
Right?
That little
Gentle. It's
gentle,
there.
watery. A little bit of the floral, a little bit of the hint of the creamy. A hint of everything is in the nose. Hint of the dark chocolate. Not so much the tobacco actually, but all the little light, lovely little things are hinted in the aroma. The thickness is still really...
Is there, but I noticed that the creaminess that I keep repeating previously is much subdued, right? But there's a little bit of the floral showing up. Like there is a change in terms of the profile. The previous one, flavor-wise, it feels thicker. This one feels more thinner in the cheerful, like profile kind of thing. Right? You know what I mean? Like a floral is more thin, lively kind of a tasty nose compared to like a creamy dark
and thick.
chocolate,
Yeah.
that kind of a thicker.
Yeah. It's almost like the creaminess made some space for the floral to come out now.
This is really good.
Yeah, and really nice lingering effect on the sides of the tongue too.
What?
Hopefully they can get from our This is really good.
I want to say something, but I bit my tongue. I'm like, don't be so grouchy in front of the camera. But I'm gonna say it. I'm so bitter about my tea purchase previously. It's just that tea is more expensive than this one, but the level is that was so bad. When I tasted it, I'm like, I can't believe I spent that money on this tea. Oh, yeah. It has a really interesting concept, and I would like to try it, and you know. Do you know which tea I'm talking about?
No.
No?
Was it the one from the other day? The more bold one?
No, the little one. You know what I mean? How empty it is? It has $18 for 25 grams.
Yeah.
What gave them that confidence to price it that?
Yeah.
I don't know.
There really is something about a well-made tea that is so good, but I think in general this is going to sound, I don't know how to make this sound not elitist, but so I apologize in advance, but it's a small group of us who can tell the difference between a drink and a tea, a flavored water. Not to be mean, but you know what I mean? I think that's the trouble. It's really tricky. You got to really pay attention.
That wasn't even a good
to your
flavored
tea.
water.
You know?
Why am I so mean to tea? Because there is I don't know why. Maybe I just
do,
wake up
because you're
from
connected to tea.
I
And
I think
it's
I'm just
meaningful to us.
wake up from my nap, so I'm like so happy about this. At some point, I'm like, oh, you're so shocked. I'm sticker shocked.
But you're right about sort of this tea has turned a corner, and it's sort of, I don't know, lighter is not the right word, but more cheerful is a really good
Right?
descriptor.
Right?
It's a little bit more cheerful, a little bit less stoic let's say earlier, it wasn't like it was grouchy,
like me.
other people, but it was pretty stoic. It was pretty mineral. It had that tobacco-y, edgy granite. It was still balanced. It wasn't certainly, but it was stoic. Few words, still a gentleman, still lovely. Now it's leaning towards a little bit more cheerful, a little bit more frivolous, not overly, just a little shift to that direction, if you can catch my meaning. And it's funny, you might be watching this thinking, geez, these people aren't describing tea, they're describing character. But in fact, good tea is much easier to describe with character than with cinnamon cherries and cranberries and all those words.
Sometimes it's like, it's tricky, right? Like, I often say, how do you describe beef? Ribeye?
How do you describe what?
Beef.
Beef. Oh, right. Like a ribeye versus a, right.
Right, they're different cut, they're different, and just like, do you taste the difference? What's the difference? Because the other day, forgot, but it was, I don't know when, but it was like, the question is, how did you get into tea? And for many people, the tea has this symbol of calming, relaxing and stuff, and I realized, but at least it's not everybody. You asked me how did I get into tea, like get into drinking tea. It's like, how did you get into drinking water? How did you get into eating rice?
How did you get into eating?
Yeah, how did you get into eating a bread?
Right.
I'm like, I grew up with that. It's not that kind of thing. What I'm trying to say is, I think familiarities as a foreign thing to some people, we need to describe and tell you what it is. But once you get more familiar, for example, as ZhenTea, or familiar with Shui Xian specifically, then it would be, this is the Shui Xian, this is the Shui Xian taste. Like this is the taste of a beef. I don't know how to describe the taste of a beef compared to the taste of pork. I really don't know. Do you?
No, that's a great metaphor to kind of drive.
So I can't, that's why I'm not trying to give you, like, construct the whole taste. It's more telling you the style of taste of this Shui Xian compared to other Shui Xian. Still very consistently full in the mouthfeel.
And the liquor aroma's got a little bit more floral too.
Is it?
I'm kind of getting close to bottom cup. I've got a little bit of liquor and a little bit of, and mostly cup wall. So I got a little bit of brown sugar, a little bit of floral. And the liquor has cooled quite a bit.
You know, sometimes you do this slurp and aeration in the mouth and let it cool, and it gives you another layer of the taste and different texture of the tea. It's actually very nice when it's cooled. Right?
Yeah.
And it's not thin. It's not no flavor and stuff. Even when it's cooled, you have a rich, very rich and distinctive taste in it.
Yep, for me a little bit of the sweet floral kind of squeaked out. It became even more cheerful kind of as it was cooling. And that could have been because, again, the aroma in the bottom cup was still kind of coming off the sidewall. Getting that brown sugar sweet mixed with that cheerful floral. And
we choose this kind of a tall cup. It's really great for it's normal to burp when you have tea. Okay? Once you go to the tea region, you'll realize everybody burps when they have tea and stuff, and nothing to be ashamed of.
The tall cup is great for?
The tall cup is great for smelling. I meant to do a video of different cups and shapes and what should be used for what and blah blah blah. Are you interested in that? If you do, comment below and let me know. I'll advance that video.
just try the lid. Wow. This is a really nice tea.
It is a really nice tea. This has that roasty, the sweetness from the roasty smell. And it's grain, roasted grain. Roasted grain. I always love that. I really love the roasty flavor from those grains, and you know, sometimes when the cake, the sweet thing got a little bit burned, that lovely, lovely smell.
That burnt sugar aroma. With a little bit of, you know, butter or oil.
That's right. Not as much of that aroma or flavor here though.
No.
But it's really thick, like
Really thick, yeah.
really lovely, like
Now I'm a little bit hungry.
I'm hungry. But I find overall when I have a really nice tea, I have that calmed in terms of just, how should I say, excited, initially very excited for the tea. You might not tell. I still look very doughy, but I get really excited, and then it's just, it's hard to describe, so I don't want to describe. Then I become really quiet. I'm gonna do a last brew on the camera. Possibly we might brew more afterwards, but I want to let it sit a little bit longer. And see how it tastes.
Cool.
I try not to mumble. Am I mumbling?
I don't think so. Try and get one on the camera.
Is it the competition? Who have the louder one?
Oh, let's not go there. Much more floral than the very first bottom cup I smelled was very much a buttery, sugary, and then burnt sugar. Now it's really like a floral, light sweet.
This is our regular. I'll mark that as just Shui Xian. Then we have premium Shui Xian. This is really good as.
Yeah, I can't wait for that. Holy crow.
Right? And just to let you know that, you know, this is just how I like to simplify different grades. Just regular, premium, top grade. That's usually what you will see on our website. Doesn't mean other vendors would have the same system. It's just pretty like free, right? Everybody could have a different label system. Is it low enough? We'll see.
It looks consistent if you were going for a
Right.
bit of a longer
I don't
steep.
think you will have a super dark color.
Yeah. Thank you. Oh, still plenty of potency on the
Floral
nose.
though. This one is like, when I smell it's floral.
There's a real arc to this tea as we've infused it.
You're right.
It's been, some teas are rock solid, A to Z, bzz, consistent. This one has a beautiful arc of sort of stoic to more cheerful, with all those notes we've been describing, you know, more of the tobacco and dark chocolate up front, a little bit of the floral emerging at the back end. Really fun tea in that regard.
Yeah, it is.
And breathing over the liquor, I'm getting a little bit of those roasty grain aromas as well, where in the beginning I wasn't getting those. It was different.
Yeah. I'm stuck. I just love how the tea could be so rich in the
I
mouth.
thought I was in trouble.
No, not at all.
But yes, it's still
I'm
really
a little
rich.
bit like a glowing and relaxing. I'm not going back to sleep.
Tea
I
drunk.
promise. I'm not going back to sleep.
Maybe tea hammered.
But it's just like, you know, just a good tea that you can breathe over and savor in that aroma, that taste for so long after so many, not so many. That's a 6 infusion. I think this is 6 infusion. It's just so delightful. I think that contributes to my grouchiness when I have a tea that is empty and expensive. Mostly it's expensive, okay? If it's a cheap tea, I'm like, okay, at least the price is okay. But when it's the price is so high, I'm like, I'm okay.
Cute.
I might get banned.
No, you'll never be banned.
You want to wrap up?
Let's wrap it up. All right, we're gonna wrap it up, as we said. So look, this is a great Shui Xian. I think you got the gist of that. Is that a good start to a wrap up?
That's really good. Oh my god. I shouldn't do a video after nap. That's ridiculous.
It really is though.
It is really good. Let me tell you, it is really good.
Beautiful profile from start to finish. A little bit of movement from stoic to cheerful. Lovely tasting notes. Good thickness.
Yes.
Good aroma when you breathe over the tea. Good lingering effect. A to Z all the way to the end. Still, even I'm talking now, I have the flavor. I have the flavor in my whole head. The upper nose, low mouth, cheek sides, everywhere. Full, rich flavor. Delightful.
And get you that feeling. Exactly. Like that. I think that's very precious when we have tea.
So if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you like videos like this about tea, about everything tea, travel, how to brew, tastings, etc., etc., consider subscribing to the channel. It really would help us out. Consider grabbing some of this tea for yourself. The link is down below in the description. You can get it on our website. And until next time, guys,
Keep steeping.
keep steeping.